Alrighty, well, welcome back to yet another PlayStation education.
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
As you can see by the look on his face, we're here to talk about yet another episode of Telltale Games' The Walking Dead. And today we're going to talk about probably what I consider the emotionally most powerful episode of the 5-part series thus far, episode 3. Long Road Ahead. I would say it lives up to that name. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I got some notes here. Let me break the magic of the camera.
What? You can't do that. Everything's only in this camera.
Yes, everything's only in this little box. All right, so let's start this. You're going out with Kenny. You're taking Kenny's side in a lot of these things. As we talked about before, at the end of the last episode, I actually did not take Kenny's side with the whole Larry situation, and because of that, this whole episode was tainted with, why didn't you have my side? Why didn't you have my side, bro? You would put me at risk. If I had died, what would have happened to my kids, my wife? Oh, the irony on that one. When this episode began, he was a real jerk to me, and he wasn't taking care of me, wasn't helping me out. Things went really different for you. Like, he seemed to be on your side, and the only stuff he really talked about was how are you guys going to deal with Lily. All that stuff played out really different. Which brings us to our first major decision, to choose to shoot the girl and put her out of her misery, or let her attract the walkers. And which one did you choose?
I chose not to shoot her.
Why'd you do that?
Well, I kind of thought about it, and well, usually when I make decisions like this, I kind of think, what would I do in that situation? But I kind of took a step back and did the gaming thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if I was in that situation, I mean, honestly, if I was the girl, I'd want to be shot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be eaten and turned.
Yeah.
But we would attract the walkers to our position.
Mm-hmm.
We would waste ammo, and it just seemed pointless to the point, like, for their standpoint. I mean, not shooting her, letting her scream, run around, attract them, keep their attention. And I mean, she was already bitten. Like, if she wasn't bitten, I would have shot, not her, but them, and try to save her.
Yeah.
But it was late, and she was going to turn regardless.
Yeah. I agree with you. In fact, in retrospect, I probably would have made the decision. I actually chose to shoot her. Again, I took the cheap way out. I thought, okay, the game won't punish me for making this decision. And again, like, I would like if someone did that to me. But actually, the game did sort of punish me. I thought that was very interesting, something I did not know until today. If you did shoot her, you remember when you were playing and you were picking out things and it said, she's gone, now we don't have a lot of time left, and then the timer popped up?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. The timer immediately popped up when I went up there. You actually had way more time than I did to get supplies.
I got like 17 items.
I think I got 12, and I was just like, going as fast as I can. So it is interesting. So my decision really did go against us, to the point where when you got back, when she made the comment, this is good, keep up like this, you won't have supplies to get through winter or whatever. She didn't say that to me. I can't remember what she said, but she said something like, we have to do better next time if we want to survive through winter. So, doesn't do a lot at the end, but it's very interesting that that decision did have ramifications.
Nothing big or even something that would change anything, really, but...
Yeah. And here's another thing that's big change. Remember when the door fell on you?
Yeah.
Kenny came and helped you? He did not come and help me. I had to bash that thing like crazy. I look over, Kenny! He's just like, what's up, bro? Like, nah. So, because we were really on the outs at the time. That's another really interesting thing that you've kind of bonded with him pretty well. Like, you definitely choosing your side in that debate. Brings us to the next one. Who you decide to tell about your past. Now, who did you tell and why?
Well, as you said, Kenny was like my best bud.
Yep.
And through the stuff that we both have gone through, honestly, what you have to do now to survive, what you need to do before all this happened is different. But I knew he would understand to the point, so I told him.
Yep.
Told his wife, because I was kind of thought like she was supposed to be my buddy. She didn't react the same way Kenny did, obviously, but she still appreciated being told.
Yes.
And I had to tell Clem.
Yeah. I'm almost exactly the same. I told all those for very similar reasons, but I also told Lily. Now, you saw that Lily actually already knew. Her dad told her. I didn't know that.
I figured.
So when I told her, she acted like she didn't already know that. And again, it was one of those, she appreciates your honesty kind of things. So I think that's actually really interesting. Where, in my playthrough, it went out like yours whenever the stuff started going down. She acted like she was diming me out, like she thought she was the only one that knew this, or that I only told her, and the other group said, no, he told us too. And so that was actually pretty dramatic for me, because Lily thought I was taking her side like I did when I took her side with her dad.
Yeah.
Obviously, it did a little different for you. Whenever the bandits came in and raided, we saw. Again, we're having a conversation about this some other time. The idea of story versus mechanics when it comes to games. This is a game that is
Where's the scope?
Lauded for its it's wonderful storytelling, but it's not so great mechanics, and especially shooting mechanics. But things worked out in the end. You got that stuff taken care of. You got out of there just fine. But your group didn't quite get out of that unscathed. So it brings us to the next thing. I actually have another video. I either post separately or embed in here your reaction to Carly. Now, I always had an affinity for Carly because I chose her over Doug.
Yeah.
And even in episode 2, she was the one that saved your life.
Yeah.
So I always kind of had a thing for Carly, and so when they kind of put in the little flirty stuff, I was like, oh, really? They're going down this route? That's kind of cool. But then it made me go like, well, what would happen to Doug?
Yeah. So, Doug, how you doing? I heard you like computers.
Comic books. But that romance was not meant to be. So what happened with Carly?
Lily shoots her in the face.
It's out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. I was dumbfounded. I was like, no, there's just a blink of an eye, just gone.
5 seconds earlier, it's like, Carly appreciates that because you take her side.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm earning more points. And bang in the face. It's like, wow.
Carly, remember you said that, but not for very long.
I was just... What? How that... No. Lily was going crazy. That didn't help the situation at all. Regardless if she was the one supplying the bandits, which obviously she wasn't.
No. Killing it wouldn't help anything. So, next big decision, did you choose to bring her with you or to leave her there?
I'm not bringing Lily with me. She's obviously crazy. She just killed, one of the few people who were on my side for the entire thing.
Yes.
So, no.
I'm in the exact same boat. In fact, we're looking here at the statistics as of July 2013. 42% of players left her behind, which means we are in the minority. A majority of people took her with them, which makes you think they were Doug people.
Yes, they were
Doug, killed Doug, whatever. I could not fathom bringing her with you.
I wonder how she died then, because if you leave her, she's gonna die.
She's in the comic books.
Huh?
She's in the comic books.
She is?
Yeah.
So she survives?
Yeah.
That's lame.
She deserved to die. Horrible, rotten death. Even though I took Lily's side at the end of episode 2, this got rid of any amount of sympathy I had for her.
Deal breaker.
So, another scratch that came from that, of course, was Duck. He didn't leave that fight unscathed either. Well, first, after you got that news, how did you feel? How did you feel about Duck up until this point?
I mean, he was a very energetic, kind of annoying child. But when it came down who you're going to feed, it was always him and Clam were my first two, always.
Yeah, always.
And I ended up saving him. He's the first person I had to choose.
Yeah, exactly. So you were on Team Duck from the very beginning.
I was.
Couldn't save Sean. Couldn't save Duck. Oh well, that would have been such an awful thing to say. When I saw that choice pop up, I was like, "Oh, really, Lee? You're gonna be that guy?"
That's why I didn't choose it.
Yeah, so weird. But so whenever it was Duck's time to go, you had a fight with Kenny. Now he was all on your side, so in theory you actually could have talked him down if you had made the right choices, but it would have been pretty difficult.
Yeah.
In fact, majority of the people, 55% fought him. So don't feel bad, I fought him too. For me though, he was already so angry with me at that point. I don't think I had the option to talk him down.
Yeah, I didn't know he was pissed off, and I didn't see what I could have said. Like the timer's running, you're just clicking buttons, and you're just like, oh, whoops, that was a bad one.
Interesting side note: if you, I have a note here, Duckageddon. There's something. There's that's what the developers called it, Duckageddon. If you try to talk Kenny down and just try to stay neutral, like you just be like, oh come on man, let's get this. Oh come on man, he will actually kick you out. Instead of fighting you or whatever, he would just kick you out and lock the door. So you're like, oh man, I guess I can't stop this. And you go back to the cabin, and Kaja's dead. Kim is missing. All you can find is her hat. And Ben's dead, and you're like, what's going on? And you turn behind you, and Duck has already turned to a zombie, and he kills you. No, I'm not even joking. The developers nicknamed that little scene Duckageddon, and says that only a very few percent of people have seen it. I actually have seen it. Quite the mind blow. Because I was like, oh my gosh, is this what's supposed to happen? Where like everyone's dead now? Like he killed all of them? What's going on? They're going to turn into zombies and come back and give me what the heck? Where's Clementine? No! But no, I just said you were dead. This starts me back to before the fight with Kenny.
Time. What happened to Chuck?
Huh?
Was Chuck dead too?
I want to say yes. I don't remember. No, maybe Chuck was in the front.
Maybe Chuck grabbed Clem. Maybe Chuck grabbed Clem.
Grab Clem?
Grab Clem. Grab Clem.
Grab Clementine. I could do this morning. You said maybe he grabbed Clem. Grab Clem? Like he grabbed and he climbed.
No,
like he climbed up the.
No, grab Clem as in a grappling hook. Like he was Batman secretly, and he was like.
Yes. Dick Grayson. So speaking of Dick Grayson, you had to go out and deal with the Duck situation. Now, there was a choice there. Who should be the one to deal with Duck? Who did you choose and why?
Me. Well, as all I want to kill a kid. No, it was more along the lines of, as he does say when you choose it, no parent should have to do that. I mean, you're not the mom nor the dad should have to shoot their kid who's turning.
Well, see, that's really weird. A vast majority of players agree with you. 79%. I'm one of the 21%. The way I thought of it was, because I don't have any kids yet, obviously, but I do have parents, I do have siblings, and so I thought, if you were turning, if mom was turning, dad was turning, I'd feel like it was my responsibility. Like, that's not something I can just put off on someone else. It's my family, I take care of family business.
Well, that would be from the point of view of Kenny, not Lee, though.
Oh, exactly. So you definitely made a lead decision, and I completely understand that. For me,
I try to think that I am Lee, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. I completely agree, though. I would not want someone else to do it. It would be me.
And so I said no. It's let the dad do it. It'd probably be way too much for the mom, as we saw that even when you offered to do it for her, it was still a little too much for her. So, which was more impactful for you, the Carly scene or let's call it the family scene?
Oh gosh. Impact. I think the Carly thing shocked me the most, if you could compare them. But because the family thing came afterwards, it was a bigger punch to the stomach with the family. Yeah. Just because it came afterwards, I was just like,
you thought you're over the hump. You thought this is over. Things are going to get better.
I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, well, suicide's that whole thing, and I don't understand it. I don't.
Yeah. It was brutal stuff. So you chose to take care of Duck yourself. Were you shocked that the game actually made you aim and pull the trigger?
A little bit.
You just thought it'd be like a little cutscene and be done?
I actually had to aim. That's why I hesitated, and I actually moved away and then moved back. And I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Like I said, I took the other decision. So Kenny did it. That's pretty brutal. I was kind of shocked. Like I was just like, oh, they're having you actually do it. Like
obviously it clips away as it shoots, but you still have to aim and push the button.
Yeah, and he's there, and he's like, I don't say hyperventilating, but like he's breathing really heavy, and he just looks real sickly.
His face is trying to turn you. Okay, yeah. So
and
my
we're back.
yeah, we're definitely not.
Do the power of editing.
Well, that's right. I guess I didn't have to try to do the fake stuttering. Oh, and that was the end of my sentence. You cut me off earlier. Yeah,
I did cut you off earlier. Okay, so as we're talking about the whole tech situation, I was not expecting that. That's pretty brutal stuff.
Yeah,
they really want you. And on the one hand, you can say these decisions aren't too impactful because the end result's going to be the same, basically the same regardless. But it's little things like that that make it real impactful. Like I said, my decision before about whether or not to shoot the girl, that ended up actually coming back to bite me in the butt. Like I said, less time to gather supplies. And for you, your decision to spare Kenny that pain meant you had to do it. And so that's pretty impactful stuff. Pretty gruesome stuff. So after that, what did you think of Chuck?
I like the homeless man. Although technically we're all homeless now.
Yes, we're all homeless. That was a good line.
But yeah, I like him. He seems cool. I kind of feel like something's gonna happen with him. Either A, dies, or B, does something that's like, son of a gun.
Well, you know what happens to new people in your group?
Yeah, they keep
Mark.
Oh, don't even go there. I liked Mark.
I liked Mark too.
Oh, it's horrible.
I took the Mark pretty fast. I don't know if it was like the whole military thing or whatever, but I took the Mark pretty fast. Not so much for Mark. R.I.P. And
never existed.
So it brings you to, speaking of new people to your group, 2 more new people. What do you think of the 2 newest additions to your group?
The girl seems to be replacing Lily in the whole B factor, and the dude seems aight. I mean,
I like that me too. Now, you didn't talk to these people, did you? Did you get some conversation going at all? Nothing?
I tried to, but I skipped over the girl because she seemed mean.
You had the opportunity to have some great conversations. You had the one about history. Okay. They're at she's like, firstly, it's like, so what brings you guys down here? Like, are you from here? Like, no, we're not from here. We're from California. Like, what are you doing? The complete other side of the country. Like, oh, we're actually on a field trip. Amit is a big fan of history, and he wanted to go see like old Civil War battlegrounds. She's like, what kind of person likes the Civil War except for old white people? And he's like, because he's a history teacher,
yeah.
That's his thing. And it was just a cutesy little moment reminding you that Lee, as a person, is not prepared for this kind of apocalypse stuff.
Oh, heck no. That's why we make jokes. The very first time you have to do anything, he's always slipping,
fumbling over stuff, dropping stuff. He's a freaking history teacher. He's not. Yeah. What was he like? He's a convict. Yeah, but like he's not like some hardened criminal. Like he's a history teacher. He doesn't know what's going on. So speaking of which, how do you feel about you've gotten most of Revelations? I think there's only one more small thing that'll come out the next episode. But what do you feel about Lee's backstory? Like,
what it sounds like is he got in a struggle with the man who was sleeping with his wife. Yeah. It doesn't like, just from the character and what it looks like and the options, everything it's said. I don't feel like it was necessarily like, I hate you, bang, dead. More of a struggle, and then in the heat of the moment, choosing. You probably could have gotten away with not killing him, but the anger, the hatred, the jealousy, and then the fact they were wrestling or fighting or something happened, that he pulled the trigger or stabbed him or punched him and fell off a balcony or whatever. Whatever. Balcony!
But again, it's a big theme of this episode, of course, is family, so I don't hold too much of this against them. Being a married man, I probably would do something similar in that situation. So to all you guys out there,
stay away
from my wife.
Out for you. Of course, this is only Janet and Josiah going to see this, but it's alright.
Yeah, Josiah might try to do it. I don't know.
We like to pretend that we're so awesome that people are going to want to watch this besides you two.
Oh, Jared might. But Jared's not going to say about it. He's already married.
Yeah.
Jason might. Mom probably won't. Well, Walking Dead, like, there might be no one watching this. Like, 2 views, and both of them are going to be from us.
Hi, James!
Hi, James! Alright, so wrapping up your final decision, right? Yeah, your final decision. You chose not to save Amit.
Well, he came and we were running the train, all right? He jumped, completely screwed the jump up and shattered his leg. So my thing was, if it's another save, which one are you going to save? I saved the girl even though she... because she's got 2 good legs. Kind of figured that was a survival thing. Grab her, and I'm always tend to save the girl. I mean, every time it comes to save someone, it's always either been the girl or the kid.
This is going to say it sounds super sexist. I made the exact same decision for the exact same reason. I didn't even think about the fact that he was injured. All I thought about was...
Girl.
Yeah, save the girl. Save the girl.
Yeah.
She got super mad, though.
Yes.
Wow.
She called you a bee and everything. And then he jumps in anyway, so then I felt bad, because if I'd known that I wouldn't just choose one to save, I would have saved him first, because he's hobbling.
Yeah, because you have no way of knowing.
No, exactly. Yeah. So...
yeah. It's okay. They're both with you. They're semi-partific group. They're in, let's call them the Chuck folder.
Yes.
They're sorting groups, or not yet, but your group literally got halved in this episode, so only time will tell what the future will bring on those developments. Going into the next episode, there is a few powerful scenes, but don't worry, nothing quite as drastic as this one, with only one major decision. So next episode, I won't say it's not easy by any means, but comparatively speaking, next episode isn't quite as a downer as this one.
Good to know.
Good to know. So, final thoughts.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Well, I say that mainly because of all the crap that people are doing. You're thinking, oh, why did they do that? They didn't have to do that. What's their problem? They're in a post-apocalypse. I mean, zombies everywhere. Everyone's dying. Things are going crazy. I kind of feel like I have no hope for humankind. I'm serious. I mean, I feel like they would snap, and they would in just 3 months they would sooner stab and kill you over like a candy bar than try to work anything out.
Yep.
And that disappoints me, but I can see it realistically.
So, what do you think of Ben?
The whiny James. He does not remind me of me at all. Not even the hair. The hair's not that similar. Maybe it's because it's the comic graphic.
He is the cartoon version of you if you were a complete weenie.
Shut up, Josiah. It's not that. It's... I don't know. I don't see it. And also, I would not have secretly... trade with the bandage, which then led to Harley getting shot in the face.
What a weenie. That +3 weenie points for that one.
+3 weenie points. He's at least 12 right now.
Yes. No kidding. Anyway, I guess that's it. Join us next time for episode 4 of The Walking Dead. I would like to say it's smooth sailing from here, but that'd be a lie.
Yeah, I can't wait for the 5th episode.
Yep. Alright, talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Don't play this game!